the last 20 years, Google has been the uncrowned king of internet search. Many multi-billion-dollar companies have tried to compete with Google search, but the was indelible. They had to tie a bet. Everyone started feeling that Google has set its foothold in this field, and it is almost impossible to remove it from the road. But perhaps this time, a king has entered the field to compete with Google, and this is none other than ChatGPT. Because of this reason, alarm bells are not only ringing in the ears of Google, but there are many other industries, which yes, official intelligence will completely eliminate in the coming years. But this is what can happen to the common people. Why are companies like Google forced to be afraid of this? And what are the industries which are going to be affected badly in the coming years due? And perhaps Stephen Hawking's prediction seems to be true. He said from his death that in the coming years, artificial intelligence be so many apps that human intelligence will be played in front of them. In short, he said that robots will dominate humans, and perhaps this war has already started. Google's search engine was first launched from this small room in 1991. The biggest reason why Google has ruled the internet for more than 20 years is because of fast and accurate results. 90% of all searches done all over the world are done on Google. Whether it is searching for movie reviews, information for recipes, or school projects, everyone has been using Google. Although Google has other child companies including Gmail, Edward, and YouTube, but about 6% of their income is generated by the search engine. Today, the total value of Google MPR is more than $1.15 trillion. And now Google is feeling so much insecurity that they had to issue an internal road code. According to a report by Business Insider, what makes Google's management different from its employees internally because of the ChatGPT program, which became famous overnight? From its employees internally because of the ChatGPT program, the family has an artificial, intelligent distribution that speaks to you just like any human being. Whatever questions are asked to him, he has the ability to answer it quickly. But Google also does this work. So what is so troublesome about it? Replying fast is not only an issue for Google, but the troublesome thing is that we have to visit many websites to find information on Google. Replying fast is not only an issue for Google, but the troublesome thing. And by the time we get the right information, we have added dozens of websites and articles. But this ChatGPT only discloses the information in detail, whether it is a complex equation of math or physics, or correcting the wrong code during programming, so that it has the ability to create complete source code in just 1 second. These are some of the features of ChatGPT which we cannot find on any other web services. If we say that I am a highly qualified teacher, then this will not be wrong. Now let's show you a small experiment. Let's suppose there is 2 identical vehicles and both have to cover a distance of hundreds of kilometers on the same route. Car R runs at 140 kilometers and at the speed of it, and it gets 12 kilometers average of fuel, and on the other side there is Car B, which runs at a speed of 90 kilometers and it gets a fuel average of liters and 15 kilometers. Now we know that a car running faster, yes, will consume more fuel, but now we ask the same question on Google, and let's see. Who can answer correctly and easily? On Google search, we get results like this, which obviously are not ours. Concern. Must be such solutions on these websites, but this will not be the answer to our question. Now, let's move on to the ChatGPT, keeping in view our situation. Where and what is this called? On in the name of yes and B. Which vehicle will turn off how many liters of fuel? Now it is past very simple cache. ChatGPT pass USA licensing Xmas law and MBI papers. Seeing all these extraordinary capabilities, he started using this service overnight, with attention from all over the world in the time frame of 2 months to 10 million users. That is to say, if you resign at work, it took 9 months for TikTok, 30 ages for Instagram, and 70 months for Google Translate to create the same uses that were made in 2 months. As we have learned, about 6% of Google's income is search off, and this was a threat to Google search. But there is an opportunity of ChatGPT makers. But there is one more thing that Google is going to worry about. And yes, it is OpenAI, but Microsoft is behind the OpenAI. The same Microsoft, which has its own search engine called Bing. In 2019, Microsoft had invested $1 billion in the OpenAI, and since then, these two companies have been working together on other presentations. It also has a project that can generate an image of your choice with the help of eye sharing. This project has been named as DALL-E. After its success, Microsoft has announced that it's going to integrate these services into its Bing search engine, and this is nothing short of a nightmare for Google. We all know that the good service I provide in the world of it, which is only one click away, they're easily shifted. That is not very old when Facebook replaced Google's social media platform Orkut. Similarly, if Google wants to save its search engine business middle, then they will have to do something soon. Google issued the code in December 2022. Google issued code read, and after exactly 1.5 months, Google has announced that they have started working on board-named AI distribution to compete with the family. Google CEO Sundar Pichai has pointed out in a blog post that he is going to be smarter than ChatGPT. This means that both iBots are going to compete with each other, which is nothing but the starting eye sharing of a big A world. Not only conveys the information they feed inside us, but they also have the ability to think in a way, just as human intelligence improves with walking spirits. Similarly, these faces also get worse with time. At present, they do not have feelings, but these 5 are strong in the coming years. But these 5 are strong enough to develop feelings in the coming year, which might be very dangerous for this world. Since ChatGPT and AI have many benefits for humans, its disadvantages are also innumerable.